Today, we're going to be talking Grand Theft Auto 6. We're going to be talking about all the leaks, all the information, all the news that we know leading up to the release of the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6. We're going to be doing this like I typically do my stuff. We're going to start with the facts that we pretty much know for sure, move into some rumors that are very likely to be true but might not be, and end with some crazy stuff that is likely not true, just like Jeffrey Epstein killing himself. But let's start things off with the main characters. The main characters that you're going to be playing in this game is a couple, a Bonnie and Clyde-esque couple named Jason and Lucia. In some leaked footage, Jason and Lucia are the two main protagonists. They're definitely playable, and it's theoried that there might be a third playable character. People are saying right now that character might be a child. You might get to play that character for just a little bit, like a mission or two. It's not going to be the same as a character that you can switch to all the time. They don't want a child running around murking people, but it sounds like maybe there's a child that is somewhat playable. Also, when it comes to Jason and Lucia, the theory is that there's actually some really high-profile actors that are going to be playing them. I'm not 100% sure on that. It sounds like it sounds like bullshit to me, honestly. There are some high-profile people that have sort of been almost confirmed to be doing voiceovers and voice work for Grand Theft Auto 6, but we don't yet know if those people are going to be doing main sort of storyline type things, or if they're just going to be little side quests or just little characters that you can run into as Easter eggs, if you will. Now, moving into the scene, moving into the setting, let's talk about where this is going to be taking place. So given alpha footage, everything we know and all of that, this game is likely going to be taking place in Vice City, sort of. So Vice City is going to be one of the many cities that you can visit in this game. On launch, it's theorized that this game is going to have 3 cities, with Vice City being much larger than Los Santos, just to give you an idea. But yeah, it's theorized that you're going to be sort of exploring Vice City. That's going to be the main city, if you will, and then you're going to have some sort of sister cities that you can go out and visit. That said, in between the cities, there are going to be biomes and things that you can explore. It's not known yet if you're going to mountains or anything like that, but it does sound like there is going to be sort of a swampier area, if you will, and being set in Florida, or at least we think this is set in Florida, it sort of makes sense that there'd be a little bit of a swampland, maybe the Everglades, if you will, a place to dispose of bodies. And now when it comes to bodies and things that you can do, there's a multitude of crimes and criminal activities that you can get up to. And before we get into those activities, these leaks are a bit old, so there's a likely chance that there's going to be some changes. Some of these are going to be added, and some of these might just be side quests, but you get a really good idea of where the game's headed with this. So one of the big things that you're going to have is some Bonnie and Clyde style robberies. You're going to be able to commit these on your own, sort of in free play mode, if you will, and a lot of them will be part of the main quest line. You're also going to have side quests that include Bonnie and Clyde style robberies. In addition to that, you're going to be able to hack, launder money, you're going to be able to steal vehicles, obviously. And to make things even better, the police recognition system, or the police AI, is going to be even better than ever before. So when it comes to a police recognition system, this has to do with vehicles. If you are seen stealing a vehicle, that vehicle will be reported stolen. Or at least this is a theory. If that vehicle is reported stolen, the police will be on the lookout for it, which means you can get into a police chase just from driving around in a vehicle that you don't own, that you were seen stealing. It's unknown yet if there's some sort of timer when you do steal a vehicle that's eventually going to go off, and the owner's basically going to call into the police and say, hey, my vehicle's missing. But it seems like if you're seen stealing a vehicle, that's definitely not good news. And it's not a vehicle that you're going to want to drive for long. Now, as far as the whole police AI system goes, we've already seen a little bit of it in sort of alpha footage, if you will. And it looks pretty sick. It looks like it's a lot better than the police system in any of the previous GTAs, and that just makes sense. Unlike a lot of other games, it seems like Grand Theft Auto and the team over there has decided to update their AI. The pedestrian AI, the NPCs, and the police are all going to be better than ever before. When it comes to police, they're going to be able to take cover quicker. They're going to be a little bit smarter. You're not just going to have a mob of them coming up on you. They're going to be planning things out a little bit more and working together a little bit more. In addition, when it comes to NPCs that are walking around the city, what you're going to find is a lot of those NPCs sort of have daily activities. They have a little bit more to them than just walking down the street. If you follow NPCs, you might see them get into their car and go into a building. In fact, most of these buildings you're actually going to be able to follow the NPCs into. So unlike previous Grand Theft Autos, most of the buildings in this Grand Theft Auto are supposedly explorable, which is great news because that means that there's going to be a whole lot more content involved. But not only are we going to be getting the biggest map ever for a Rockstar game, we're going to be getting buildings, and we're going to be getting one of the most detailed maps ever for a Rockstar game. So now let's jump into guns, because that's something we're all going to be using in any sort of Grand Theft Auto game. Now, when it comes to guns, there's a few guns that have been confirmed and some that are somewhat confirmed. Now, as far as guns that we know are going to be appearing, most of these guns are actually going to be from Grand Theft Auto 5. They're going to be very reminiscent to Grand Theft Auto 5. So you're going to have the assault rifle, a baseball bat, bolt-action sniper, an SMG, crowbar, fire bottle. You got flashbangs, you've got grenades, you've got sniper rifles, knives, a smaller SMG, you got pistols, pool cues, pump action, shotguns, RPGs, smoke grenades. Supposedly you've got a spear gun. You can obviously go unarmed. And one thing that hasn't yet been confirmed but seems to be pretty likely is you're going to have access to a chainsaw. Yeah, that's right. You're going to have a whole chainsaw, which honestly, that sounds sick. And when it comes to the graphics in this game are going to be better than ever before. So what happened is basically the pre-alpha footage that leaked, that was just for testing NPCs, that was for testing just how actions work in the world, and the actual graphics that are going to be inserted into the game had not yet been inserted or really worked on yet. This Grand Theft Auto is supposed to have the best lighting system ever and the best graphics ever. And hopefully it will, because honestly, like, if the graphics come together from what we've seen already of the AI and everything like that, the details, the attention to detail, and just the story that they generally deliver with games like this Grand Theft Auto will probably be one of the best ever released, if not the best ever released. In fact, it might even beat out Red Dead Redemption 2. And I know for some people that's sacrilege, but it seems like it could be going that way. Now, yeah, they spent a lot of money on this and everything like this, and there's a lot that's still to be discovered, so make sure you hit subscribe if you're interested in all of that. But I do have one last bit of information to drop from you, and I haven't seen anyone else talking about this. It's been hinted at in a few different documents. It seems like the music is actually going to be some artists that a lot of people are familiar with. One of them being Travis Scott and one of them being Juice WRLD, at least for one or two songs. So yeah, it seems like they're putting together not only an A-list cast of voice actors, an amazing graphical team, an amazing writing team, an amazing AI team, but they're also coming together with some amazing music that they're going to put in the game for all of us to enjoy. So that's all I've got for today. I'm not going to run this to 8 minutes because I don't want you to get mid-roll. So until next time, peace.